The money question asked today is, how can I save money when I am constantly broke? It's a very good question, and one that many of us today, particularly with the financial climate being the way it is, struggle with. How can you save money when every month you're in the same boat? You got not a penny left over. You live paycheck to paycheck. Your money is stretched to the bitter end. And sometimes your money is already spent before it's even earned. How can you possibly save money? Well, there are those that will tell you, create a budget and stick to that budget. Others will tell you, live within your means. Spend less than what you earn, you'll be all right. And someone else will tell you, hey, find an extra side gig. Find a way to supplement your current income. And yet someone else will tell you, sell what you don't need. And while those are all viable options, and they are, for many of us, they just don't work. My own self, 30, 40 years ago, I was struggling. I was flat broke. I was already working 2 shifts for the same company. I got paid $3.25 an hour. I didn't own a car. I didn't have cable TV. Cell phones didn't exist. I lived a very meager existence, and yet there was no way possible I could save money. And the best budget in the world and the best willingness to live within my means just wasn't working. For twofold reasons. One, budgets are tedious and they must be constantly modified and adjusted and enhanced, and that takes work and effort. And not everybody, it's not that we're not willing, it's not everybody is capable of doing that consistently. It's just how it is. And the second thing is, life has a way of throwing you unexpected curveballs, especially financial curveballs. Case in point is just the other day, I drove out the garage. My car is fine, starts up fine, drives fine. I'm not 2 blocks away from my house and I hear pack. And the next thing I know, my car is toppling down the street. I know right away I have a flat tire. Sure enough, that's exactly what I got. Luckily for me, I have AAA. I called them over. They swapped out the spare tire with the flat tire. I went to a tire shop. They inspected the flat tire and told me, sorry, this can't be fixed because the damage is on the side wall, not on the top. I didn't know that. I learned something. When you get damage on the side wall of your tire, you can't fix it. Only when the damage occurs on the actual thread that hits the road is it possible to fix a tire. So, had to buy a new one. It wasn't over the top, but installed, balanced and whatnot. It cost me $150. I asked if they had possibly a used one, cut my expenses. But for the model that I needed, they didn't have a used one. So that was $150 I hadn't counted on spending that day. And that is how life operates. So even with the best of intentions, you can't always just create a budget and stick to it. Live within your means and find other hours to work. It doesn't always work. It works for some, but not for everybody. It's just like going on a diet. Some people are very good at sticking with it from the day they start until, with all due respect, the day they pass away. Others stick with it for a couple of months and then they're right back where they started. It's just the way it is. So, getting back on track, trying to answer that question. How do you save money when you are flat broke all the time? Hi, I'm Loth, and this is your money plug where smart money starts with you. Welcome, and let's see if we can answer this question. 40 years ago, I found myself exactly in that predicament. I worked 2 shifts for the same company. I got paid $3.25 an hour, and I couldn't make ends meet. I was always broke. I had just enough. Saving money was out of the question. There was a little habit that I had, though, as a child, a habit that just never paid attention to, and that was every night before retiring, I would take all the loose change that I had in my pocket and throw it in a jar that I kept in a cupboard. One evening, as I did that same routine, I noticed there were a few dollar bills and one $5 bill crunched up in between all the coins. Money I'd actually forgotten that I had in my pocket. I took the $1 bill and I straightened it out, and I took the next $1 bill and straightened it out. And when I got to straighten out the $5 bill, I had something that to this day I call nothing short but a miracle thought, a life-changing thought. And that thought was, well, if I save my coins like this every night, I go about my business every day, I do what I do, I don't think about it. I buy something, they give me change back, it goes in my pocket. At the end of the day, I take that change, I throw it in a jar, and that's the end of that. What if I do the exact same thing with all $1 and $5 bills that from now on I am given back by the cashier? Would that allow me to save money without immediately affecting the way I live, without having to turn my entire life upside down? So I decided to try this for 30 days and see what the results would be. The next morning, I made the conscientious decision that I was going to spend only cash for no matter what I had to buy that day. To make sure I did that, I left my credit card and my debit card at home. I went about my day, I did my things, I went grocery shopping and got some change back. I think I got an ice cream, if I remember this right, and got some change back. But I was absolutely, deliberately not spending dollars or $5 bills. So that meant the smallest denomination of money I gave out of currency was a $10 bill. Even if the item I bought cost me $1, I would not take $1 out of my extra pocket. I would simply give them $10, and then whatever change I got went into my quote-unquote savings pocket, which was merely the opposite, pant pocket. That night I came home, I emptied out my pocket, laid all the change on the kitchen table, and I noticed I had two $5 bills and two $1 bills. I straightened them out, I laid them nicely together, all face up. I uncurled the donkey ears, and in other words, I was being respectful towards the money. And then I got two little plastic containers, and I put the $1 bills in one container, the $5 bills in another container. I threw my coins in the container I already had, and I placed the paper money containers with the coin container in the same cupboard, closed it up, and that was the end of that. I did this for 30 days straight, only buying whatever I needed with cash and holding on to all the change under $10. And at the end of 30 days, I was in tears from utter joy because I managed to save up $282. And it meant the world to me. And in fact, it meant so much to me, it changed my life, period. Because from then on, I started doing that exact same savings method, month after month after month. And lo and behold, at the end of just 6 months, where for the 5 years prior, I never managed to save even a single dime, I now all of a sudden have $1,188 saved up in my little jars. It was just ecstatic. And I've been doing this savings method ever since, going on nearly 40 years now. Only today I have ramped that savings method up even a little bit further, which is I keep all change I'm being given under $20. So that means I save my coins, I save my $1 bills, I save my $5 bills, and I save my $10 bills. I only the smallest denomination of currency I give out when I buy something is 20 bucks, regardless of how little the item costs. And I gotta tell you, the results are just stunning. So I'm throwing out a challenge your way. And the challenge is, how about you try this for 30 days? How about you start buying everything you normally buy, pay only cash? And how about you then holding on to all the change you get back under $10? Don't spend it, save it. And you don't need nothing fancy. You just, like I did, I had 2 plastic containers. Today, as I said, I still do this, but I have 2 pouches. And 1 pouch is all my $1 and $5 bills, and I'll be happy to show that to you right here. This is all $5 bills and $1 bills. I put a rubber band around it, and as you can see, they are all same direction. They're all here. They're all same direction. They're all smoothened out to show my respect. I do the same for all the $1 bills. They all fold the same direction. They're all facing the same way. And it's a little tough to see, but anyway. So how do you do this? It's very simple. I just went shopping, and as an example, this is the change I was given back. $4 and some coins. So these $4, I now put them all, first of all, I check them to see, is any of them having any kind of blemish? If so, I straighten that out. Then I face all my $1 bills the same direction, like so. Then I take them, I take my stack of $1 bills, I add them also in the same direction under the rubber band. There you go, like this. I put this in my little money pouch. There you go, like so. Seal it up, put it in the cupboard where it belongs, and done. I do this every day. And as I said, I now also add $10 bills to it. So if my challenge is, will you take me up on my challenge and try this for yourself? 30 days. Save everything under $10 and see what you get. If you accept my challenge, type I'm in the comment section, and 30 days from now, let's see how well you manage to do. This is not a competition with other viewers or other participants. This is strictly for yourself. It doesn't matter if at the end of 30 days you saved $50, $150, or in my case, $282. It is a method of saving money that does not affect your daily routine. And it's a method that works. And I'm proof that this method works. Anyway, that is today's money question. I hope it was beneficial to you. In the next video, I will show you exactly what you do with the money that you're saving now. And when you're done with that video, you will have an additional source of income on top of the revenue that you're earning now, on top of the income you're earning now. That's it for today. Again, this is Lode with your Money Plug signing out. See you next time. Take care. Bye.